Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you may be in the world. I'm Sarah Jane, and this is Thoughtful Nuggets and Pearls on Gift of Healing TV. The topic for this program is focus. What are you focusing on at the moment? Is it something positive or is it something negative? Is it something you would really like, or is it something you really don't want? Where we put our focus is what we get. Focus on what you want. You will not get healthy by focusing on disease. You will not get rich by focusing on poverty. It doesn't matter what it is, it's what you focus on. And it is about us getting focus in our lives. And it is amazing. I spent very many years very much in the negative. I really did. And of course, all that did was bring about more and more and more of that. I was very insecure. I was a people pleaser. I was constantly worried about what other people thought about me. And of course, that just brought more and more and more of that about. And then when I woke up, for want of a better way of putting it, and my thoughts and my focus changed. My focus wasn't on the negative, what other people might be thinking, because I realized actually they weren't thinking about me. My focus became on me. And that wasn't selfish. It was about finding me so that I could actually bring so much more out to the world and support more people. So from my perspective, that focus changed from very much a negative perspective to a very positive perspective. Yes, I'm a human being. There are still times when the negative stuff creeps in. But slowly and surely, we can change our focus. If we've lived in that negative, we can slowly but surely bring ourselves out of that. You can't get what you want by focusing on what you don't want. Bruce Van Horn. And it is so very true. You can't, because when you focus, right, I don't want to be poor. The universe doesn't see the negative in that. It doesn't see the don't. It just sees the I want to be poor. So you're bringing more of what you don't want to you. I know that sounds strange, but that is exactly what it is. It's because your focus is on what you don't want. And I don't know whether money is a good example, to be perfectly honest. But health is. Focusing on good health means that we start to take care of ourselves. We think about what we eat, the exercise we do, keeping our brains active. We think about, doing puzzles, reading, learning, because the more of that we do, and that's very well coming from me not being a great reader, but hey ho, that's life. But I do like to learn it, but I learn differently. I prefer not to read. It is about where your focus goes. And I literally found this one the other day. Life is like a camera. Focus on what's important and you'll capture it perfectly. And I thought that was lovely. It is about You know, when you're taking a picture, you know what you wish to have in that frame. So you focus on it, so that when the picture is developed, you can see what you are looking at. So thinking about that camera, are you really going to focus on, you've got a church over there and you've got a beautiful castle over here. Let's put my hands where you can see them. Church over there and a castle over there. You wish to photograph the castle. Are you really going to point the camera at the church? So it's the same with focusing your thoughts, what you would like to be going on in your life. Focus on what you would like in your life, what you would choose to have in your life. And when you find you think about it, when you're focusing on something, think about exactly what you are focusing on. And if the analogy of taking a photograph works for you, and you're thinking, okay, fine. If I was taking a picture of what I would like, what I would choose, where would I be pointing the camera? And you wouldn't be pointing it at what you don't want. You would be pointing it at what you do want. So it is up to each and every one of us to choose where we put our focus. And where we put our focus is what we bring into our lives. I hope that has helped you. Next week, I am being joined by David McLeod. For those of you who have been watching us for a while, you will be aware of David. Somebody I know from the States. Yes, we have met. We've met over there at one of the Messenger summits that I did back in 2012. So David and I've known each other quite a while. He's joining us, and we're going to have a very little conversation about making your apology matter. So we're going to be talking about saying sorry. But he's got his new book, A Life to Die For, which I do have a copy of. I had to look at it over it to remember what the title was. And in there, he goes through a whole exercise about thinking about apologizing. And so he's going to be sharing that exercise with us next week. I hope you will join us for that. In the meantime, have a wonderful week. I hope you'll join us again next week. Love, peace, and light to you all. Namaste.